Okay, so we are now on record, and so it's a continuation. I see you must be attempting some of this analysis. This analysis is what you'll be using in your office in the long run. When you graduate into your office, you don't have to use, you'll not be writing cases or record for just like 10% or 15%. No, no, no. You have thousands of records that you might want to analyze. And the only thing that you use to analyze them is the software. It's either you use your Excel, you use SPSS, you have Stata, you have the R software. These are the things that you'll be using to do analysis. And we are estimating on population, we are estimating, as you can see, our work is built around, large sample sizes, large population. These are the things we want to we want to compute. So what I did is that if you can, this is my channel. Let me just share to you my channel. This is my YouTube channel. You all know it's my channel, and you can see some of the classes that have been hosted on the channel, and you have been visiting the channel. So it's not something that is new to you guys. So that is the channel. So I just want to show you that there are lots of content that you can get from the channel. Now that your colleagues, yeah, your colleagues are not online, so we want to see how best they can. So on the channel.
So this is the password on the channel on YouTube. It's not about
So as you can see, background of, you can mute your mic, so that you don't get feedback.
Alusign, you can unmute your mic.
Alusign, mute your mic, please. Yeah.
I'm not trying milk. So don't be 2,000, 1,000.
Alusign, mute your mic.
Mobile breed. 4,000. 1,000 yeah.
Alusign and Mohammed, you can mute your mics, please.
Only avoid problem.
Alusign? Alusign, are you hearing us?
What's in the 5,000?
What is going on? If you send me that,
Okay, so we want to proceed. Now, what I was saying is that, as you can see in my YouTube channel, you have these notes are there. You can see the Pearson's correlation SPSS. You can see using Excel to calculate what? Correlation coefficients. SPSS descriptive statistics, you can see that when there is on the web channel there. Descriptive statistics in Excel with data analysis toolpack. Are you getting it? So you also have multiple regression, SPSS. You also have multiple. So on my channel, you can see all the work that some regression in SPSS, computing chi-square in Excel. As you can see, this is in Excel. So I would love you guys to compute the chi-square in Excel. Okay, you have some of these tests, statistical models that we use. But what my emphasis here is you have to use the data you have for computation of Excel and also some basic statistics that is online. So some of these audios are online. I have uploaded them online, and your work is there. So this is my channel. In whatever we do again, what I'm recording now, you also see also on the channel. So that is basically the what I expect of you guys, that you will do further research. I've given you the course outline. I've given you the course content. You can easily go to YouTube. You can go to Google account. You can peruse from different websites as to how you can use Excel in computing your correlation, as mentioned in the course outline. So that is work that you should do. And for us, we already know that this was what I gave to you. So I expect you guys to play around some of these things. This is your lecture notes. This is your notes. So I truly want to end this Excel stuff by next week or by this week. This week, so we meet again. I will end Excel. So next week we are starting SPSS. So your colleagues who are not maybe taking part in the class now, and those who have not how would I say, secure the pamphlet or the pack, they should do that. So you see, these are all instructions. This is where we were to start. We were to start the simple linear regression. This one, we did that one in the first semester. We did this the simple linear regression, wherein you can enter this data and then you can compute easily. But also, that is a simple linear regression. And you also have the steps that you should do. Now you have multiple linear and logistics regression. So these are multiple linear regression, and logistics regression also we follow from that. So this is what I encourage you to do as statistician. How do I do logistic regression in Excel? You can search the web, you can browse the web, you can do a lot of work on that. You can get YouTube audios of that. You practice on your own how you can do it. Or for me, I'll just set for you. I can refer you to a data that you will use to compute those regression and how you can interpret some of those things. So in my back, you have some of this record that I told you you should just consider and try to see how you can use Excel to compute this regression analysis for us. And you also, I expect you are a mature student now. You are expected to read around those regression. What is simple linear regression? How is it useful? Where am I going to use that? What is the use of it? What is multiple linear regression? How is it useful? So you search on your own and you design something also very, good for you, for yourself, for your very good notes, and that is how you learn, and it becomes very, very important to you. So that is it. So we today, as I said, what is remaining now, I have covered the previous, or you can go to my channel to get the previous content I taught in the other classes. So like we ended up in our previous class, how do we do simple ANOVA, analysis of variance? How do we do analysis of variance in Excel? And I show the steps as to how you can do analysis of variance in Excel. The next point is, now we were to start this simple linear regression, something that you have done before, as I said, for this data. You have data for X, you have data for Y. So I expect you to plot this data and then even add a regression. Let's just do something on that. Let me just choose a data or a fictitious information that we can use we want to compute for Excel. Okay. So do you have questions so far, or is it okay at the moment? Any questions so far? Yes, Mohammed, listening?
No question for now.
Okay, it's okay, right? Yeah. So now, so as I was saying, we have this. So let's say this is Excel. I want to share this. So you did this one in the previous session. You did that one, and we want to continue Excel. This is. I hope you can see the Excel table I'm sharing. Is that what you see now? Are you seeing the Excel, or you not seeing the Excel? It's the Excel screen. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my X, I have my Y. I want to know what is the relationship between the performance of students in mathematics or statistics and population studies in my module. So I have record of 15 students, 8 from mathematics, 7 from population studies. So they did two modules. One, they did the statistical computing, and then they did also population estimate, as the case may be. So what is the relationship between them? Our students who are very good in statistical computing, are they also good in population estimate? So X could be statistical computing, Y could be population estimate, let's say the model population estimate, okay? So here, what is the score for those who took the statistics for the first 15 students? We can just choose values. Randomly, somebody scored 90, I have 65, 70, 80, 85, I have 65 again, I have 50, I have 70, 77, I have 95, I have 80, I have 65, 70, 75, and 90. So these are the 15 students, the grade of the 15 students in statistical computing. Now let's see for population estimate. Let's say you have 60, you have 90, 55 for population estimate. So we have 80, okay, 50, 60, you have 80, 75, 70, you have 90 here, 45, 55, 60, 55 again, 75, 60, and 50, you have 90. So now these are the two that I've just decided to use to see what is the relationship that is existing between the performance of students in statistical computing and also population. So let me just, I can even change this to stats. This is population, POP. Okay. So let's say this is a model from statistics and a model from population. Let's assume that. I want to see the relationship that is existing between them. How does it apply in the real world scenario? That is why I told you, you can go online and search. There are thousands of information on the use of what? Regression, when you want to find a relationship between two items, or you have two separate samples or observations that you want to find if there exists a relationship between them. And it's also useful in business, like companies. Let's assume, do you think if people don't drink much of Fanta, the cold storage will just be producing more Fanta than Coca-Cola? No. If cold storage knows that more of Coke is consumed by consumers, then they will prefer to produce more of Coke than produce more of Vimto or Fanta, as the case may be. So the relationship between the sales of Coke and Fanta, that relationship can be determined. Is it positive? Is it negative? All of those ones. And in your experimental designs, especially when you be doing your estimates in population, this we talk about the growth rate estimation. When you want to estimate the growth rate of a that is using the log linear equation. All of these ones are linked with how you can find a relationship between maybe time and things that are happening. So let's see here. I want to plot this one. I easily go get my words, my scattered, and then I'll plot the relationship that is existing between the two. Okay? You can get for both of them. You can get a relationship existing for the two set of data. You can use this one. You can even select this. You can try to give it a trend line. If you want to give a trend line to it, add a trend line. You can add a trend line, linear trend line. You display your R values and your R square values, or your equation on the R value. So you can see the equation coming up, as you can see here. That is the equation. You can see the equation, which is telling you the relationship that is existing between these two. So let's see here. Let's see something has happened. According to our data, it is saying the relationship that is existing is a negative relationship. That is what it's saying. Say like, let me increase this one to 14. So you see, the coefficient of what? Of x there is minus 0.0848x. That is telling you the slope. It has what? A negative slope. And it means as one increase, the other tends to decrease. As one, so that's what it's talking about. When one increases, the other tends to decrease. So there's that negative relationship. If one is increasing and also the other is increasing, then it's going to be positive. Let's say somebody got 90, 60 here, somebody got 65, you have 50, 70, you have 60. So that relationship is what you are to investigate. So that is what is in your pack, your notes here. How do you do this type of so I expect you to use this data. You have to use this record. You use this record to plot for X and Y. And don't forget, I can adjust also, you can adjust you can adjust your how will I call it, your axis with reference. You can even tend to adjust your axis and quite easily. So like this one here. So if in the edit mode, you can say layout and design. Layout. So you can choose the layout. These are designs. You can choose a different design. You can even format your data. So like if I want to design now, I'll come to design and I'll try to look at the respective design I want for my data. So if I choose this one, say I want to the layout here, I want to see what is the lowest value there. So I want to see my axis are where my plot area. So I look at the horizontal axis. The lowest value is where. So I want to adjust that one. So I have to fix the minimum value is where. What is the minimum value in your? And we have the minimum value for the X there. Is it like, oh, both two data is 45. So I can set it to be 40. So I want the minimum value to be 40. And the maximum value, I can fix the maximum value to 100. And I can use interval of 10. That is the I can use that to be 10. Yeah, I can even fix minor units to be 5. Like 5. Okay. So you can adjust your graph. So you can see now on the x-axis now I have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I have adjusted that one because I want the graph to maybe like the points to occupy the entire graph. That is on the x-axis. If I want to do the y-axis, I go to axis again. The vertical axis, I go to vertical axis. I can edit the vertical axis to get the vertical axis now, the measure, the values we have there. I have, so the minimum value is going to be 40, the maximum value is 100, and so we use the same. I want to use this as 10, 10, 10, 10, and the fix there, maybe we can use that as 5. Let's see 5 what we have there. So we can also see. So have you seen the graph now? How the points have now what? Have now increased. In other words, when I have 90, 90 correspond to what? When it is 90, the next value is what? 60. When it is 65, you see 65 here, it's in between. Okay, the next value is what? 50. You can see 50 and 65. When it is 70, 70, I have what? 60. So for 170, I have 60 here. And then for 80, I have 80. So you see 80, you also have what? 80. So these are the ways you can look at your regression, how you can, so it's on record. So you can actually go back and you can listen over and again as to how you can adjust your 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 graph. So I expect you to look at it and see that it is okay, right? And secondly, again, if you have questions or comment or if you want clarifications, then you can do that now. Because as I said, don't forget to access my YouTube channel. That is where you on my channel, this is my channel. I told you about it. You can get a lot of details of how you can apply these softwares or statistics to do your work. Say these ones you can access them. Okay, you can access some of these things. Descriptive statistics, as you can see, statistics in Excel using analysis toolpath. So you can do that one in Excel. So you look at some of this analysis again in SPSS, as the case may be. So you go over this one, place it, inform your how you can do chi-square in Excel. I want you to look at it. So the aspect that is relevant to you, if you go into my if you go there, you see a lot of work there. So you can see statistical computing, year 3, some of the things that you need to be looking at. And then this is my home page for my channel, and you can access some of these learning materials there, and it's going to be quite useful to you. So as I said, you have to inform your colleagues that Mr. Selu says this week I want to end with Excel. Next week I'm starting SPSS. So you ensure you have SPSS installed on your machine. I will give the instructions. I will do everything, and I expect you guys to do the exercises on your own when you're at home. When you will have got the the notes, you can use your phone, you can listen, and then you practice. That's the easiest way. Most of your colleagues, I did not see my statistics students, they are not online, and most of your colleagues are not online. So that is why I want to stop there for today. Tell them Friday, our next class, I hope is on Friday. I think tomorrow or Friday. Our next class is tomorrow or Friday, which week, when do we have our next class? Let me see my timetable. Oh, we
I
have
think
class tomorrow.
we have class tomorrow about 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour. So that time is what I will use to explain the remaining aspects of your Excel that you need to note. Next week, I'm starting SPSS. I want by the time we come back to college, you guys should be okay. I don't want to be bothering myself again during that time. Okay, and there'll be a time I'll be engaged in something else. We can just connect to Zoom, and then you can access the material also online. But for now, try to practice. As I told you about the course outline, the easiest way to overcome it is that, oh, this is my course outline. My course outline is this, and I have to, this is my course outline. Let me just, so you now go, you can also search, how do I do analysis of variance? How is it useful? How am I going to apply that one? You can even link it to your area of specialization. I'm going to specialize. You see time series, all of these ones. How do we use? So my target now is I will do multiple linear regression, time series, and listing, which should be tomorrow. I'll do that one. Well, I'm just giving today as a grace period because your colleagues have not shown up today, and only you guys have shown up, and I don't want to like get more and the class turnout is very low today. But what is important, something has been achieved, and this is on record, and I'm going to upload it to the channel so that your colleagues will hear what we discussed. That today we did some amount of simple linear regression, a recap on that, and how you can access my channel to use the channel to do some other analysis using Excel. And I've also said you need to search and know how are these models useful to me in my population work, in my demographic studies. That is the advantage of university education. So you now look at the simple linear regression. How am I going to use this one? How am I going to use multiple regression, how am I able to use analysis of variance in line with the work I am doing, and how are they using. So if you do a write-up for me, then it tells me that you have learned something on your own. That not everything is given to you by Mr. Selly. You have achieved something on your own. Okay, so that is so far uh, uh, my presentation for today. So if you have comments, we can discuss them now before I shut them. Yes, Mohammed, you have been coming in and out.
Yes, sir. I want to make a suggestion with regards to
Yes, I'm listening, Mohammed.
to other colleagues attending the class. Yeah, I will suggest here that we have a class rep that will always be in the way of informing others for the class. For instance, if we have a class today, that particular person will inform others that tomorrow by this time we're supposed to have a class with start 3 to 7, something like that, so that we have an high number
Yes,
of
that
participation in the
is very
classes.
it's in place, Mohammed. Mohammed, that is it's not bad. It's a good idea. The only problem now is Alusan has been coordinating very well. He has been linking your colleagues, and also he has been doing that one. It's just a matter of I just selected Aisha for the pack, but but you are on a group, so somebody can volunteer because I know Alusan has been doing that. He has been cooperating very well, and
Yeah.
he can just it's just a matter of telling colleagues that hey, there's a class tomorrow, and Mr. Selu says if you're not on that attendance, then you are going to lose, and attendance also counts for mark, and you know the pack, the attendance, and all of this one class participation. It tells me people are it's not just to come and get the grade. I want you when you see me tomorrow in the street, you say no, I learned something while I was there, and somebody impacted something on me. That is the most important thing. You say, but people are taking everything carelessly. It's just you know nowadays students are very
Of course.
idealistic. So Alusan, that is the you
Or,
can see Alusan,
or
you remind them the more, okay? Yeah. Yes, Mohammed.
okay, okay. Yeah, or I don't know if other people are do not comfortable with the time, being the fact that it's a noon hours. Maybe they may want to shift it at night. I don't know if that may possible.
Well, you know, it's the internet connectivity for the internet.
Okay, that
Now
lies the problem.
we now have internet at the department. As you can see, I'm in the department. I'm in one of the classrooms in the department, and it's costly. You know, for me, just imagine when I told guys to buy the handouts, most people have not paid for it. And remember, part of that money was going to be used to buy like megabytes, you know, so that I can get more internet. The university did not provide for us megabytes. I cannot be using my own 40 or 50,000 on a daily basis just to lecture. That is a lot of money on me. But times, you know, to get 500 megabytes on Orange, it's like 9,900. So maybe if I want to hold a class for 2 hours, then I need to get like 1 gigabyte. So you see, that's like 20,000 for just one class. So if I have 3 classes I'm taking, so it's like 6,000 every day. That's a lot of money. But on campus, it's good. But they can also suggest if they think that is what is their problem, then let them tell the class rep that this time is not the case. And the timing is it's not convenient, then I can understand. You can post that on a group and then we can move on with that. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes. So yes, Mohammed Bauer. Have you anything to say?
Yes, sir.
You are in and out. Yeah.
No, sir, I am okay. I don't have anything to say, sir.
All right. What about you, Alusine? You can unmute your mic and say something. I don't know if I muted your mic. Yeah, Alusine, can you hear us? Oh. Alusine, you can unmute your mic and say something if you are hearing us clearly, or else we want to call it a day, and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, so you guys will share with Alusine what we have discussed in case it's not hearing us. And tomorrow we'll continue, and then try to see, Mohammed, if you can inform your colleagues that we had class and the classes on the YouTube channel now, and you encourage them to join the class tomorrow. And if they have issues with the timing, you can post that to the group. If you have issues with the timing, let them tell us that this is the issue, and then we can use that. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right then. Bye for now. Yeah.